my name is Thawng Lian. I'm one of the ordained ministers in Presbyterian Church of Myanmar, and you can call me Pastor Lian.
Okay.
I have amazing family. The Lord bless me and my wife, and we have 2 sons and 2 daughters. The eldest son Dennis is now doing MD program in McCormick Theological Seminary in Chicago, and the rest of my family are right now in the country of Myanmar. Here, the Mizo Church tried to bring them here in the USA.
Okay.
That is our prayer.
Is your hope and prayer
Yes.
that God would allow for you to bring them?
Thank you.
When was the last time you saw them?
2020, I visited my family,
Yeah.
and I'll be back February 2020 here again.
Okay.
Right now, because of COVID-19 and the political situations of Myanmar is very bad,
Yeah.
I could not go back to my country.
Yeah. So, how long have you been the pastor of Mizo Church, Iowa?
Since 2018 April, they called me to work as a pastor, and I started to work as pastor for Mizo Church of Iowa.
Yeah, 2018.
Yes,
so
2018.
5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Does it feel like it was not very long ago?
No, yeah.
So, how did this church begin?
The church began. The first Mizo family arrived in Des Moines in October 24 of 2008.
Okay.
And in 2000, other 4 families and 3 single men came to Des Moines, and during those times they worship service. During that time, they have worship service at Chin Evangelical Baptist Church.
Okay.
But we come from different places and different parts of Myanmar.
Yeah.
We all do not speak same language.
Okay. So you have multiple dialects.
Multiple dialects. Because of our languages differences, we are having a hard time understanding in worship service.
Gotcha.
And could not understand our own languages, each of our groups.
Okay.
Like, let me explain a little bit more about. We are Mizo, but we are the Chin people. Within the Chin people, there are Mizo, Hakka, Phalam, Tidim, Matupi, and something like that.
Wow.
Each of the group has our own dialect, so we use Mizo language.
Okay.
So when they arrive here in the USA, especially here in Des Moines, the Mizo people are only a few people, so they worship together at Chin Evangelical Baptist Church.
Okay.
But as I already talked about that, they could not understand. They have a language barrier in worshiping and hearing the word of God and singing a song in everything.
Yeah.
That's why in April 4, 2010, we started worshiping at an apartment building with around only 30 people.
Okay, so 30 people in an apartment building.
In an apartment building. They use our own language and sing a song and worshiping the Lord.
I see.
And in February 27 of 2010, we decided to worship service with our own dialect, and we departed from Chin Evangelical Baptist Church.
Okay.
And we found the Mizo Church of Iowa.
Okay.
Since we used to have worship service at Zion
Lutheran Church. Yes,
Lutheran
which is
Church.
just right around the corner from the new.
Yes. Over a course of years, by the grace of God, we bought our own church building in November 2018.
Here. Yes. So tell us about your ministry now. How have you seen God at work?
As I already mentioned before, since 2018 April, I started to work as pastor for Mizo Church of Iowa. During that time, the congregation member are around 230 members.
Okay.
The Lord blesses the church, and the church membership is growing. And now we are around 380 members.
Wow. The Lord has given you favor.
Yes.
That's
and
beautiful.
by the grace of God, we celebrate 10 Jubilee souvenir in last year.
Beautiful. So 10. Oh, that's beautiful.
10 Jubilee, yeah.
Yeah.
And many of my members could not speak English.
Okay.
Sometimes my friends ask me, "Hi, Pastor Lian, how are you doing? How is your ministry going on?" I told them, "Hi, I'm not a pastor, I'm a social worker."
Yep.
Because as I already talked about it, around 90% could not speak English.
Wow, 90%.
90% could not speak English, yeah.
That's...
My church member. Mm-hmm. And I have to take care of them, whatever and whenever they need to.
Yes.
Like, for example, if someone to apply the company, I have to accompany them. If someone have appointment to go to the hospital, I have to accompany them. And there is my pleasure. And I believe that there is the real ministry of Jesus Christ, that there is what Jesus did during his lifetime.
Yeah.
Which I also follow the ministry of Jesus Christ. Yeah. And that's why I wrote in my dissertation, holistic, theological ministry of Jesus, practical ministry. That is, I wrote. Because I'm thinking that the ministry of Jesus Christ is not only spiritual salvation, but also physical salvation.
Right.
And it really challenges to me that in my country, many of the church members thought that the pastor should not be involved in the community. The pastor should be only focused for the spiritual life matter of the church and leading the member in spiritual way.
Yeah.
But when I arrived in the USA, it really challenges to me how the leader of the church and the pastor really concerns the community and how they related the church and the community.
Yes.
Seeing it really challenges to me, and when I'm looking back to the ministry of Jesus Christ, especially Nazareth Manifesto, Jesus' ministry is not only spiritual matter, but also physical life. Those who need to take care of the poor and oppressed people.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I wrote a holistic theological model of Jesus' practical ministry, and it's significant for the Chin community in Myanmar.
Yes.
That is, I wrote in my dissertation.
I agree 100%.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, because I think you're right. The practical care of the community makes tangible the good news of the gospel.
Yes.
And one of the things that our church has been committed to is our neighborhood, and we've been praying for a church that would come and be the hands and feet of Jesus in the neighborhood. And it's one of the things I'm most excited about for your church to purchase our building and continue that work.
Yes, really. Thank you so much, Suzanne.
Yes.
And can I explain more about how we worship here in the church? The building of the church that we use in our practical ministry is every Friday, 7 to 9. Women department have a worship service and Bible study here in every Friday night, 7 to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And every Saturday night, 7 to 9 p.m., the whole congregation have a worship service here, and we have about a mass prayer.
Okay.
We pray together, we worship together. And every Sunday, 11 to 1:30 p.m., we have the whole congregation worship service again.
Okay.
And every Sunday during we have here in the sanctuary, the children department Sunday school in the down floors, the basement, they have a worship service. They are around 125 children and divided in different groups, different departments. Like we call beginner, primary, junior, intermediate, and senior department. We
Okay.
divided in like the kinds of this group, and
Uh-huh.
they worship together, and
Okay.
Sunday school teacher read the Bible, and they did the Bible study.
Okay.
And also after just we finished the program, the youth department started 1:30 to 3 p.m. again in worship service,
Okay.
and also the Bible study. And my office hour is regularly.
Yeah.
The office day is Tuesday,
Okay.
and Wednesday, and Thursday.
Gotcha.
If I didn't have any accompany to,
If you didn't have to go to
yeah,
some-
to accompany other people,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I
Yeah,
have
if you don't-
free time regularly,
Yeah.
but most of my times is outside, accompany to my member. Yeah.
Right, so you're out in the community taking people to the doctor
Yes.
or to a work interview
Yes,
or
yeah.
trying to help
Yeah, and sometimes home
translate and
visiting, yeah.
home visit. Mhm. Yep, I understand. So, how do you think it will change your congregation to be able to move into the property on Meredith Drive, the larger property? What are your hopes and prayers?
My hope and prayer is before that, can I just explain more about our structure of the church?
Yes, sure.
The church has regularly church council meeting in every first Sunday of the month.
Okay.
And the women group has a regular meeting the second Sunday of the month.
Okay.
After the service after worship service. And the third Sunday, the youth department have a regular meeting again.
Okay.
And the fourth Sunday is for children's Sunday school department.
Okay.
And we have another subcommittee we call Mission Board Committee and Church Building Committee and Music Committee and Media and Communication Committee.
Okay.
The church council and each of the department has official office beer and committee members.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When I arrived here in the Mizo Church of Iowa, when I'm looking back in over 20 years of my ministerial experiences,
Yeah.
I found it miraculously work here at the Mizo Church of Iowa. That's God work.
It's God. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not only here in the church, but also outside of the country. Now we have a mission partner in Myanmar
Mm-hmm.
in two organizations, Myanmar Evangelical Fellowship and Truth Mission Evangelical Fellowship. And in India, two organizations,
Wow.
Mizoram State in Delhi, and also Bangladesh.
Okay.
The budget that we make, the estimate is 50,000 for years.
Wow.
Every year we send the money for mission.
the ministry.
The ministry outside of the mission, not only here but also in outside.
Yes.
As you see,
Uh-huh.
the parking lot is very small.
Yes. Yes, it is very small.
Parking lot.
And the parking lot in
Parking
particular.
lot, yes.
Mhm.
We have a problem.
Mhm.
We didn't have enough space.
Yeah.
So if we can have your church building, will not have problem in the car parking.
Yes, you'll have
That
plenty
is
of
number
parking
one.
space.
Yes, this is number one.
Yep.
And the second one is, as I said, the Lord bless us. We are not enough the church building, the sanctuaries
Yeah.
of worship service and study room for Bible study, especially the children department.
Mm.
The dining room is also too small for us because we have a lot of parties and celebration program of our traditional practices.
Yes. Yes. So you need space to have
Yeah.
food
Yeah.
and celebration.
Yes.
I think that's beautiful.
And thirdly, we have around 120 to 130 children.
Mhm.
We are really concerned for them because they will surely be the leader of the church and the community in our next generation.
Yeah.
For them, we have a plan to open like the daycare
Okay.
at the building,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be really really benefit for them.
Yes.
And fourthly, the Mizo Church of Iowa is one of the second largest churches among Mizo society here in America.
Okay.
We call North America Mizo Christian Fellowship. We are a combination of around 27 churches within an AMCF.
Okay.
And we held a conference every year. We didn't have enough building for an AMCF.
Sure. Sure.
And we thought that if we could buy your church building, that will be really benefit not only for the Mizo Church, but also for North American Mizo Christian Fellowship, those who are living here in the United States, the Mizo people.
Yes. So you would be a host.
Yeah.
For churches all around the country.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful.
And another one is here in Des Moines area. There are 13 churches among the Chin community, the Burmese community.
Okay.
Sometimes we are trying to have a combined service, worship service, but there is not enough space. If we can buy your building, we can use the building and will make more unity among the Burmese community in both physical and spiritual.
Yes.
That is our hope. And besides that, we call again Mizo Society of America. That is the society, the community. We are around 700 people in the Des Moines area, the Mizo people.
Okay.
Those people have a lot of program for the development of the community. And they use our church building whenever and whatever they need.
Sure.
But see, you know, the space is very small.
Yeah.
We are not enough. And if we can have your building, it will really, really benefit again for Mizo Society of America.
Yeah.
That is the community.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Is there anything else that you would want to share with our congregation?
All the above that I mentioned I ask and pray to God for our congregation. Finally, this is our hope, my hope and prayer that the Lord will open the way for us to your kind consideration. And we'll have your building as soon as possible.
That seems like that would be a gift for all of us.
This is our prayer. May God bless you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Would you close by saying a prayer for our congregation? And you can pray in your own language if you would like.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll pray for the writer from church.
You're fine.
Okay, I'll pray for the church and I'll use my own language.
Okay.
Lalpa, Vainya nangin hun cha, Bawlok tham siam saka. Pastor Saom tak mei, Suzanne le lalpa kan pathian, kan thu sai te min record saktu, tenen lalpa Vainya. Halai Mizo Church kau khan chung chang an hiat tu poimo te in zo na tele lalpa kan pathian sai ho na te kan nei nu in lalpa kan pathian kan hun top na tan Meredith Drive Reform Church kau khan ta na Vainya lalpa kan pathian kan hun top na trong tai na pang thei tur hun tham siam sakaban lalpa kalom em inen alom thu kar le che lalpa kan pathian Vainya hian Meredith Drive Reform Church kau khan member song te ikming in malsom na kahan lama ithil ti theinen kai fuaila anrong bol zel na tura lalpa nangin fuaila on puila en kol tur chedan tan ka tong tai saka ti chuan lalpa kan pathian an Biakin to kan bei se ang nge kei ma ni ne na khen nge ya kei ma ni ta na wanya kan sei tak song anga tang kai kan man thein tur lalpa nang malsom min som la min kai fuan che Vainya hun tha min pe hi lalpa nang ma mi khre pui om pui nang e ni ti kan khria kan lo ma ti chuan an pa sor lalpa kan pathian Suzanne po de ro se nang in mal som la kau khan ta na blessing ni thei tur kopin taksa le tharau lama lalpa nang in mal som su yang se Vainya kan thil ti song hi nang in min sin sia sakla kan ti sual kan ti dik lo na omani chan nang in min ngai dam se lali so Krista han chong chu ka di le se amen amen
Amen. Amen.